I submitted to your conditions, Dr. Clark. Why do you share with me only pieces at a time?
I enjoy the foreplay. And please, call me Sam.
Sam, you could simply stop resisting me, not enforce a bonding of this nature.
Where's the fun in that? Come on. Reestablish the mental link, Teresa. All remaining individual barriers between us will be stripped away. I will be an open book, and so will you.
You have left me no choice. Proceed.
We will, of course, have to be in close physical contact.
You need not explain the procedure.
Just remember, this was your desire. You wanted this.
Nice of Eris to manifest this deck of cards. Passes the time in purgatory.
That's her job. She should be manifesting everything we need and want. Vacation spots, luxuries, sex objects. Instead, everybody's bending over backwards to treat her like a person and help her evolve. Well, I'm sick of it.
She's half human, kid, and she saved our asses.
Ooh, watch this. Who am I? The multiverse is like a deck of cards all stacked upon one another, which makes perfect sense cosmetically because some scientist somewhere said it, and I believe it.
You're in a mood. Hit me.
Well, he's an ass. And you know what else I'm sick of? Living on a farm with no running water. I'm tired of chores. And I'm tired of being babysat by a monosyllabic grunt.
Uh-huh.
Let's make this interesting. I win, and you have to do the water pump chores for a month. You win, and I'll do it.
Kid, you're cruising for a bruising. Hit me.
You're already at 17.
Just give me the damn card. Ha! A 3.
Shit.
Looks like you'll be the one working the water pump for 30 days.
Rematch. Double or nothing.
Fine. Not much else to do around here.
You know, Brick, Eris could take us back to the Smart Hub.
How are you going to get her to do that?
I'll introduce her to blackjack. Or poker. I don't care. We'll make a bet. Would you go with me if I left?
Kid, you know I can't do that.
I'm the president's son, dude. If anyone here needs a bodyguard, it's me. I mean, nobody knows what's out there. Here's the wager. I win this hand, and you escort me back, if I can wrangle it. And you work the water pump till this place is a memory.
You're not going to win, kid, so fine, whatever.
Hit me.
Well, the sun's almost up, and breakfast is finally served. The bacon's a little crispy.
Thanks, Arlo, but I'm not hungry. I can't remember a mealtime so...
Desolate?
Lonely is the word.
I took Bill something to eat last night. He's just sitting in his lab alone. He barely grunted hello.
And I saw candlelight in the loft at 3 a.m. Teresa's really burning the midnight oil. We feel so divided.
It's Sam's fault. He divided us.
Apparently, we're the only ones who see it that way.
Sam's only been here for a day and everything's fallen apart. Nobody trusts anybody anymore.
Arlo, that Bill you encountered in the other dimension, I know you told us the story, but was there anything there that
you'd recognize as the Bill Clark we know? Not really, Astrid. He beat his wife. He was abusing Teresa. He had no loyalty to anyone but himself. And I meant what I said to Bill. He was terrifying.
How can that be Bill? He sounds more like Ethan, my father.
I never met your dad. I think I'm happy about that.
What about the rest of us in that reality?
Travis was identical. He was able to operate anywhere, as always. Teresa was interesting.
How so?
She was terrified of Father, but she made me see how to stop him. Even after everything he did to her, she never stopped fighting. She just fought in a different way. She was the first Teresa that I kissed.
You never shared that detail before.
I think meeting that version of her was what made me realize I'm in love with Teresa. And now we're barely talking. I miss her, Astrid. I shouldn't have said those awful things to her.
I know, Arlo. I said some pretty awful things myself. But your story left someone out. What about me, the Bible thumper?
Some aspects of that Astrid mother were familiar. I could tell that there was still a kernel of a good person inside you.
Well, but why in me and not in Bill? How could he be such a monster?
Teresa told me that his family was killed in the attack at 315, that he went to war and tortured and killed people there. But even that doesn't explain it.
Maybe it's in his DNA after all. Sam is certainly a monster, and he's Bill's brother. Maybe the Clarks are just psychotic.
I'm going to take Teresa some breakfast. Want to come?
Sure. I need to bury the hatchet, too. We can't keep living like strangers.
I brought breakfast if anyone's in the mood.
Oh, how sweet, Arlo. I'm in the mood.
Sam, what are you doing here? What's going on up there?
Teresa? What are you doing?
Arlo, Astrid, Sam and I spent the night together, meditating.
What?
We shared a mental link, Arlo. I've never had a more intimate experience.
But Teresa, you told me...
Arlo, my apologies. I have arrived at the viewpoint that I can learn more in a relationship with Sam than in a relationship with you. I trust you will understand.
He's making you say that. This isn't you, Teresa.
Sam is a man, Arlo, not a boy. And I have come to realize I desire to be with a man, not a child.
A child? I'm not a child. Teresa, I love you. And I know you love me.
My decision is final, Arlo. You may leave now. Sam and I desire privacy to resume our activities.
That's it? You're just throwing me out of the barn? And we're done?
You heard her, champ. What more could she possibly gain from a relationship with you? Now scram.
I could erase you from existence with a thought.
Arlo, don't. You must not.
Tell him why.
Because I am in love with Sam. I ask you to understand this fact, Arlo, and let this go.
I never want to see either of you again. And you better stay the hell out of my kitchen.
Teresa, do you know what you just did?
I am aware of the consequences of my actions, Astrid.
And you don't care? What the hell did Sam do to you?
Remind me to show you sometime, Frances May. You might enjoy it as much as Teresa does.
Astrid, this is my wish. I ask you to respect it.
Respect it? Teresa, I never thought I'd say this about you, but you've lost your mind. I was right about you all along, wasn't I? You are cold and empty.
Astrid, please.
It's always been about you pursuing your own agenda, hasn't it? Completing your mission, joining with Alar, and now you think Sam is someone you can use? For what?
Frankly, I don't mind being used like this. Kinda enjoy it, actually.
Shut the hell up, Sam. I hope you two are very happy together. You deserve each other.
Well, shall we resume?
Yes, I will reinitiate contact.
Well, don't just sit there. Bring it on. But when we're finished, you have another task to complete.
I am aware of what was agreed upon.
Then you will go to Bill.
I will. And then you will comply. The joining will be complete.
I don't mind a little communing with nature, but Jesus, what I wouldn't do for a hot shower.
Good morning, TJ.
Who the hell are you and Where have you been my whole life?
I am Eris. I have selected this form, at least for now. Does it suit me?
You remind me of this chick I hooked up with in Sector 7. We got plastered one night and, well, you know, one thing led to another.
You are bathing.
Yeah. Why are you staring?
I am part human female.
Well, quit it. I feel like I'm under a microscope.
I am curious about many aspects of humanity, including sexuality.
Well, the water's freezing, so don't judge. Why aren't you out playing with your mom or something?
She asked me to respect her privacy when she is in the loft with...
Gentlemen callers? Lucky guy, that Arlo.
She was not with Arlo last night. She was with the one called Sam. I asked her to consider different potential fathers for me, but had not realized she would...
Be taking them out for test drives?
Test drives?
Never mind. So Teresa hooked up with Sam. That's weird. I mean, I'm available. Been available the whole time. Hand me that towel, would you? Well, what are you waiting for? I won't bite.
Biting is part of human sexuality?
Can be. The towel. I'm glad you're here, actually. I have a proposition for you.
I do not believe I have advanced yet to that level of understanding.
That's not what I meant. And no offense, I'm not a lar lover. I just wanted to ask you, do you like games?
Games?
Yeah, you know, cards, poker, blackjack, go fish. Or if that's not your scene, checkers, chess, charades. Truth or dare.
Truth or dare?
Do you play?
I do not. I have no history, no familiarity, or experience with games.
I figured. I'm offering to be your mentor. Everybody needs to know how to play games. It's important for a kid growing up. Although, I must say, you look pretty grown up to me.
Please detail your proposal further.
I'll teach you how to play some games, and then you'll do something for me.
Something for you.
That's how friendship works, kiddo. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. That's a metaphor for doing something nice for me. Isn't that what good Lars are supposed to do?
Yes, I believe so. Please continue. Explain truth or dare.
Oh, I will. But first, I think poker. Ask your mom if we can have a play date, and then meet me back at the house, all right?
I shall do so. I look forward to our play date.
Arlo? You okay?
No, I'm mad.
I can tell. And so can the dishes.
I can't stand to be alone again, Astrid. I just can't.
You're not alone, Arlo, and you never will be.
But you don't understand. The link, it brought Teresa and me together in a way that I just don't think I can live without her. There were times when from across the room I could feel her heart beating like it was in my chest.
Oh, I get it, believe me. It hurts when someone isn't who you believed they are.
You know, there are things I could do, ingredients I could remove.
Arlo, that's not the answer.
I did it before, when I saved you, Astrid. Why isn't it right to fix things now? I could obliterate Sam, remove Teresa's memory of him, restore our family. I could even destroy that other Bill, wipe him out of existence in an instant.
You told us before that you shouldn't use your abilities anymore, Arlo, that they're too much of a temptation.
That was before, when...
When you were happy with the way things were going? As bad as this is, Arlo, as much as it hurts, you can't change reality every time life throws you a curveball.
Why not? It's my power. I can choose when I use it.
You're not thinking clearly right now.
But I am, Astrid. I can make everything right. I can even remove everyone's memory that I did it. You never even know I altered anything.
If you do that, you'll never be able to believe that Teresa really loves you.
What do you mean? I'd have her back. I'd be in that loft with her right now.
You'd always wonder if under the right set of circumstances, she wouldn't choose you. That knowledge can poison you, believe me, I know. And besides, if you did that, you wouldn't see us as people anymore. Instead, we'd be pawns for you to move around on a chessboard. Every time there's a problem or a fight, you'd just be able to uncreate it. But nothing would ever get fixed.
How do you know I haven't done it before?
What?
How do you know, in all the time we've been together, that I haven't already changed things for the better?
What are you saying? Have you manipulated us before and not told anyone?
No, of course not. I'm just mad.
Wow, okay, you really scared me there for a minute. I have enough to worry about without wondering if you've been secretly altering our reality. Arlo, you all right?
I'm fine. I was just thinking about what you said.
Hello, Mother.
Eris, you have selected a new form. You are lovely. You remind me of a young psychic astronaut I trained with, Elena. She was in the class following mine. I always admired her grace and serenity.
Thank you. Did you enjoy your night with Sam Clark?
That is not an appropriate question.
I'm curious.
Eris, how may I assist you? I presume you came here for a purpose.
You seem different, Mother. Are you unhappy with me? Have I displeased you?
No, of course not.
I have come to seek your permission for a playdate. TJ wishes to teach me how to play games.
Games.
He insists it is an important aspect of my social development.
He is correct. Games can help the player reduce stress and contribute to learning. Games also help families bond by strengthening relationships and fostering emotional attunement.
Then you approve of TJ's proposal?
What games has he proposed?
Poker. Truth or dare.
I see. Then I must ask you to undertake this game playing in a certain manner.
A certain manner.
Pay close attention, Eris. I believe you have provided me with an opportunity.
Hey, champ. How's it hanging?
I thought I told you to stay out of my kitchen.
Sorry, kid. I'm starving. I always get hungry after... well, you know.
Teresa isn't here to protect you, Sam, so watch yourself.
You know, I just realized something. You and I have a lot in common, don't we?
We have nothing in common.
Sure we do. We're the only two men in the multiverse who shared a mental link with Teresa. It's such a powerful sensation, so intimate. Don't you just love the way her neurons fire when she...
You disgust me.
Look, Arla, I think we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I accept that you and Teresa shared a mental link. It's in the past, bygones. And I mean, look at her choices here. Who is she going to link with? A grunt? Travis's kid? You were probably her best choice until I came along.
Sam, shut up and get out of here. I swear.
Here's the thing. I'm not much for long-term relationships. Teresa could very easily be all yours again after I'm finished with her. I'd be a distant memory. We could make a deal.
What sort of deal?
I need to collect something. And once I have it, Teresa wouldn't mean a thing to me. Or vice versa, I'm sure.
What do you want to collect?
Cronus. You could manifest him here. Or you could send me to him to retrieve him. I don't care which.
What do you want with Cronus?
Let's not get bogged down in the details. You bring me Cronus, and I'm history.
No deal.
Arlo, I know what you've been doing here. Tweaking some things here, adjusting some things there, making certain things go as you want with your friends.
How do you know that?
It doesn't matter. God may not play dice with the universe, but you certainly do. I just don't know how your friends would take the news that you've been manipulating them like that. They're not as forgiving as I am. So here's the deal. Teresa is yours, and I keep my mouth shut about what you've been doing. All I need is Cronus. In the next 24 hours.
I can't. I won't.
You know, I think in the still moments, even when I'm not with her, I can still smell Teresa's hair. I'm sure you remember what that's like. 24 hours, Arlo. That's the deal.
Bill.
Teresa, what are you doing here? I'm exhausted. I haven't slept in 36 hours.
May I sit next to you on the bed?
Excuse me, what?
Indulge me, Bill, please.
I just want to sleep. Are you all right?
I require you to hold my hand.
Hold your hand? Teresa, what are you doing?
Do you trust me, Bill?
Of course I do. And I understand that you're in the hot seat with me. Voting to bring Sam back. It cost you a lot.
More than you know, Bill. Hold my hand. Tightly, please.
Okay.
Now I want you to look into my eyes and concentrate.
Teresa, this is really weird.
Be quiet, please. Concentrate. Remember what I taught you once. How to focus.
What the hell is this?
Astrid!
What's the matter, Teresa? Destroying one relationship in a day isn't good enough for you?
Astrid, we were just talking, I swear.
My business with Bill is concluded. Thank you, Bill.
Am I looking at your shadow now or the real Bill Clark?
I'm sorry, Astrid. I know exactly what this looks like, but I just need you to believe in me.
After what happened with Sam? After this little scene?
I'm asking you to have faith, Astrid. Faith in me.
I thought Travis was the lawyer, but it feels like you're manipulating me.
We are all being manipulated, and I can't face what's coming next without you at my side.
Why?
Do you really have to ask?
Yeah, I think I do. I think you need to tell me.
All right. When I see myself through your eyes, I'm stronger. I see what I can be, what my possibilities are. I'm a better man. I think everybody needs that, don't you? That one special person who, no matter what, makes you able to see your best self. I can't lose that perspective. Not now, when I'm so uncertain about so many things, when I could be facing a worse self than I can even imagine.
Then what do you need from me?
I have something to set up in my lab. I need time. I need you to distract Sam until I finish.
Last time I tried that, you weren't too happy with
Don't
me.
do anything extreme, all right? Just keep him occupied.
Each action we take creates a new universe, right?
Yes.
Then let's create a better one than this. I've got your back.
Everyone have 5 cards?
Yes. Sergeant?
Sorry, I'm still getting used to your new look, Eris. You look like a kid who was in my unit. I took her under my wing till she got transferred.
You liked her?
Yeah, she was a good soldier.
You nailer.
Shut up, kid.
So, Eris. The rules are simple. You win a hand by playing the best sequence. You can have a pair, 2 pair, 3 of a kind, a straight, a flush, a full house, 4 of a kind, or a royal flush.
So, this game concerns a random assembly of cards that the player groups into preferential sequences of order based on suite and numerical value?
Yeah, exactly. Preferential order and sweet numerical value.
Here's a tip. You can also win with nothing.
With nothing. Explain.
Sometimes you got Zippo in your hand and you have to bluff.
But for that, you need a good poker face. And you have to make sure that nobody knows your tell.
So the game of poker involves deceit.
Oh, it's all in the name of fun. But when you learn how another player thinks, you can outsmart them.
And you can still win with a shit hand.
I see. This is because each card, picked at random, then played or held, represents a pivot point, a new universe or outcome, especially in a shit hand.
It's a game, Eris, not quantum physics. Just have fun.
In game theory, the pivot point is known as the Schelling point, the moment in which players agree on a strategy by default, even without verbal communication. This propensity suggests human outcomes are not choices, but predestined outcomes determined by specific variables. I disagree with this hypothesis.
Let's just play a hand. And then we'll talk wagers.
Wagers?
Every game has to have something to win and something to lose. We bet our chips, you see? But they have to count for something.
Playing the best hand is not enough compensation. Demonstrating the best skill.
No, I need some incentive to play. Something to win. like making Brick do my chores, or making you manifest something for me.
I see. What is my incentive?
To learn and grow, maybe? Or I could be your mentor or something. Your life coach.
Very well. I am prepared. Commence now.
I bet 5.
I'll see your 5 and raise you 10.
He's bluffing, Eris.
Shut up, Brick. Mind your own business.
I wager all my chips.
All right. Wow. But all right. Now call, and we'll show you our cards.
You do not need to reveal your cards. Sergeant Brick has 2 pairs, 4s and 7s. TJ, you have a shit hand, 1 pair of 2s. I possess 4 aces. Therefore, I am the victor and claim ownership over your assets.
Eris, you're not supposed to look at our cards. It's a secret.
Then how can I tell if I am winning?
We show you our cards when it's time.
Wait, and you were dealt 4 aces?
I was not. I did not like my cards, so I altered them.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Oh, you know what? Let's take this from the top. That's called cheating, Eris. You have to build your hand from the cards you get dealt. You can discard the ones you don't like and get new cards, but you can't just use the whammy.
The whammy? Define whammy.
Your LAR powers. You know what? Let's start over. This time, no peeking at cards, and just play what you're dealt, okay?
May I retain the chips I won?
That was just a practice hand, all right?
Very well. Deal.
Well, well, well. If it isn't my favorite nutcase from Ward 6.
You destroy everything you touch, don't you, Sam?
You hitting on me?
You've always had a high opinion of yourself. It's a defense mechanism, I suppose. After all those years of being second best to Bill.
Touché. But I assure you, I understand now that I can never hope to compete with my brother in terms of destruction and pain. Is that what you meant?
You know it isn't. But you've seen him.
Oh, yes. The monster. Next to him, I'm but a rank amateur. My ambitions, they pale next to his.
Then that other Bill, is he...
An aberration? You tell me. You just found your Bill with Teresa, didn't you? In bed, red-handed. How far do you think they went before you walked in?
So that's what you're after? To make me mad or jealous? Why?
Oh, you know me. I'm just an innocent bystander.
I doubt that.
You shouldn't be so glum. You got what you wanted. You took Bill away from his family, from Laura. You won. And yet, somehow, you still have no idea who the real Bill Clark is, do you?
I should have known. You have no clue either. You're as lost and in the dark about this as I am.
Am I? I may have seen Bill Clark, destroyer of worlds, with my own eyes, but I envy you. You've seen a Bill that I never met.
What are you talking about?
The draftsman, of course. The one whose reality we all inhabit. The one who, once upon a time, stacked the deck. Haven't you ever wondered, even for a second, if he's the aberration and the Dark One, the murderer, is the true Bill Clark?
How could that be?
Remind me to tell you sometime, Frances May.
Tell me what you know.
Information that valuable is never without a price. Perhaps, if you really want to know, you'll come to me with something I value. Something I need.
What do you want?
I must have Bill's diary. Will you acquire it for me? We could read it together.
I think that can be arranged.
What are you doing here? Sam cannot see us together.
I had to talk to you, Teresa.
Arlo, we cannot have this discussion now.
I got so mad at you and so jealous. And then I realized you're still fighting, just like before.
Arlo, you must continue to play along.
Play along? Teresa, this isn't a game.
It is Sam's game, Arlo. I know what Sam is after, and he mustn't get it.
Cronus. You knew all along?
I know many things I wish I did not. Will you help me?
Of course. Anything.
What do you know about truth or dare?
That's it. Fold.
All right. It's just you and me, Eris.
Shall I reveal my cards?
Yep, I call.
I possess 5 cards of sequential rank.
That's a straight. You learn fast, kid.
Not fast enough, though. Read 'em and weep.
A full house. 9s over 2s. You have won the game and I will now surrender my assets.
Ah, but don't forget our wager.
I must ask my mother's permission.
Now hold up. That wasn't a part of the arrangement. We agreed that if I won, you'd open a portal to Sector 7, to the Smart Hub for us.
Creating that portal will cause structural damage to the smart house.
You'll survive. I'm just talking about one little portal. It only has to be open for a few seconds.
When the portal closes, you'll be trapped on the other side.
We aren't planning to come back. No offense.
Very well. Sergeant Brick, will you be going with TJ?
I lost a bet too, Eris, and I'm a man of my word.
Since I'm a law of my word, I shall comply.
Boobs and beer, here we come.
Your lab is rustic. Not what I imagined it would be, brother. Hot horseshoeing, organic batteries?
Needs must when the devil drives, Sam.
Well, this is hardly the workplace of the man who constructed smart houses. A chessboard! I didn't know you still played.
Eris materialized it here for me. How about a game? We can catch up.
Shame we can't drink, too. Like old times.
Well, we have some vodka left, actually. I'll pour you a glass.
And what are you working on here? Your scanner is beeping.
Routine maintenance. Hit the reset for me, will you?
Sure.
Here you are. Compliments of the house.
Thanks. You're not drinking?
No. It's terrible vodka.
Well, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Ooh, God, that is terrible. It's worse than that crap from the homemade still in your college dorm.
We're just lucky we didn't die from methanol poisoning. So, white or black?
If the choice is mine, I choose white.
Somewhat out of character, don't you think?
Very funny. White goes first. That's an advantage.
You'll need it. You never could beat me at chess, Sam, even when you went first.
I remember beating you quite a few times, actually.
I let you win. Every time.
Really? Because you're such a great big brother?
It was a mistake. It hurt your game over time. Made you overconfident. Sloppy.
Sloppy. We'll see about sloppy. Let's try this gambit for starters and see if my strategy is improved.
Nice try, Sam. But we're not playing a closed game.
Control the center, control the board.
The center won't hold. Sam, I need your help.
And I thought you wanted me dead. And you just left your bishop exposed.
That's never what I wanted, Sam. Go ahead and take the bishop if that's what you're after.
I'm not that easily duped. Why do you need my help?
I'm trying to figure out how I could possibly do all those things you say I did. How any version of me could do those things. I've been running scans on myself using the X5, looking for something to explain it.
Running scans? Evil is not a disease, Bill. It's a character flaw. And you're 2 moves from check.
But maybe it is a disease, Sam. Maybe the other Bill is physically, neurologically impaired. In your studies of pantropy, have you accounted for Syndrome E?
Of course I did. E for evil? It's the theory that evil is a collection of neurological symptoms. Ah, I see your trap now. Very clever.
Took you long enough. But you see where I'm headed with Syndrome E, don't you?
Yes, your thoughts are as transparent as your tactics. Proponents for Syndrome E believe that evil results from cognitive fracture and other physiological abnormalities. Got any more vodka?
Sure.
If I take your queen in 3 moves, you start drinking with me. Deal?
Deal. But it'll never happen. Back to Syndrome E. The mammalian brain stops interpreting signals from the primitive regions of itself, the pons, medulla, cerebellum, and only hears information from the prefrontal cortex. Teresa called the prefrontal cortex the seat of conscience.
She's a sharp one, that Teresa. In our studies of pantropy, at an early stage, we were able to genetically modify rat behaviors using optogenics. We would monitor individual neurons in living tissue and tweak them just a little bit with short radiation bursts. Remove certain factors here, replace them with others.
That's exactly the approach I was thinking about. Say goodbye to that night. The symptoms of Syndrome E include obsessive beliefs, desensitization to violence, flat emotional states, and obedience to authority. Do you detect those in yourself? In me?
Well, no one's ever accused the Clark boys of having flat emotional states, or of being particularly obedient to authority, for that matter. But obsessive beliefs? We both suffer from that malady, don't we, brother?
And you? What about desensitization to violence?
Well, that's really amusing. You're using me as your baseline for evil behavior and seeing how you register on the Sam Clark scale of psychosis?
If the shoe fits.
I'll take that, Bishop, now. Thank you very much. And may I remind you that I'm not the one who launched the war against the Outdwellers, nor was it I who fractured consensus reality. And it certainly was not I who destroyed the loop.
Each of those decisions in the moment was morally correct.
Then perhaps evil might accurately be defined as the justification of one's own actions to preserve the ego. Narcissistic egomania. Sound familiar?
You saw him, Sam. Face to face. Can't you give me some clue about him? You know me, and he can't be me. He simply can't be. There's nothing there I recognize or understand.
You wish to be absolved of your guilt? How can I do that? He recognized me as his brother, Bill. He used science to achieve his ends, and he acted without mercy. Just the way you did when you tried to kill me. I hope you're ready to start drinking, because your queen is about to fall.
Take her. And I was not without mercy, Sam. I did what I had to do in the moment.
And which symptom of Syndrome E is that belief, Bill? Desensitization to violence? Pour yourself that drink.
Well, if Syndrome E isn't the answer to this dilemma, then there's another one somewhere.
Where? Over the rainbow?
It has been theorized that evil exists as a particle, a force of nature.
Evil is either outside us or inside us. Is that what you're getting at?
It must originate somewhere, Sam. Either out there in nature or in here, in us, in human psychology.
And so you what, want to cure yourself? But first you have to know which hypothesis is accurate?
That's almost right. I want to cure you, Sam.
Thanks for the gesture, but I am not evil. Everything I've done has been rational and for the good of the human race's long-term survival. Wait.
You all right?
Your strategy, it's upsetting me. I see it now.
Finally. Checkmate.
Now I remember why I don't like playing chess with you. I don't know why I didn't see that.
I do.
Well, enlighten me, O chess master.
You don't understand sacrifice anymore, Sam. You recognize that my queen was a lure, but you went for her anyway. Your strategy was sound, divide and conquer, but you couldn't resist the opportunity for a rout. You wanted not merely to win, but to destroy me.
Misplaced anger, I suppose. Someone with your face destroyed my world.
If I could study and map your brain and then mine, maybe we could develop a cure together.
A cure? For evil? Are you serious? And then what? We travel the multiverse together and administer this cure to the other version of you, to that madman?
Yes. And in the process, we both regain a brother.
I see. Such a noble goal.
But you have other goals.
I do. And you would be wise to recall that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. You mucking about in things is what started all of this.
Sam, I need you to do this for me.
I don't know why, and it's against my better judgment, but I'm actually tempted.
Okay. Then I have to tell Astrid and the others. I can't keep this a secret.
Yes, speaking of cognitive fracture, your little family is having severe issues, isn't it?
Issues that can be set right.
Really? And how will... What is that? Why did the lights go out?
There's something wrong with the smart house. Come on.
What's going on?
Who turned out the lights?
Whatever is happening, Eris is behind it. She has to be.
What the hell is she up to?
We don't know, Sam, but we're going to find out. Where are TJ and Brick?
They're not in the house. The scanner isn't reading their quantum imprimatures.
Welcome, denizens, to the first annual Smart House Game Tournament.
Oh, shit.
TJ has been my mentor in the study of human games, and now I have decided I must learn more. Therefore, we will now play an elimination round of Truth or Dare.
I don't think anyone feels like playing games today, Eris.
It is not optional. All the denizens will play, or I will stop providing food, water, and other human necessities.
Eris, why are you doing this?
To quote my mother, games help families bond.
Oh, this is an intervention. I think I'll just sit this one out and watch.
Sam Clark, you are now a denizen of this homestead. You will participate and play by the rules, or this smart house shuts down.
The dark doesn't bother me.
I can also stop all airflow.
Play nice, would you, Sam?
I appear to have no choice. Your kid, huh?
Yes. Eris, what are the rules of Truth or Dare, please?
Each denizen will be offered a choice. They can answer a question from another denizen and respond truthfully, or they may undertake a dare, which I devise, based on my understanding of your psychologies.
And how do you know if someone is lying?
I will be monitoring.
Got it.
And what if a dare is refused? Or a lie is offered?
Quantum decohesion is the penalty. This game is a matter of life and death.
Well, I certainly picked the wrong week to join your happy band, brother.
She can do it, Sam. We've never met a Laura like Eris.
And she'd actually kill us for losing a game of Truth or Dare?
Yes, perhaps you have noticed the absence of Sergeant Brick and TJ. They refused to play with me.
Uh-oh.
You have your answer, Sam.
Sam, as our newest family member, you will go first. Truth or dare?
What's the dare?
Something you will not like. There is a knife in one of the kitchen hutch drawers.
Who am I stabbing? Please, tell me it's Arlo.
You may tell the truth, or take the dare, but I would not assume you are doing harm to others. It is your own appendage that will be on the chopping block.
Oh, God, I love you, Eris.
Why do I feel that I'm being maneuvered into choosing truth?
Sam chooses truth. Arlo, would you like to ask a question of Sam?
Yes. What do you really want with Cronus?
That's all you've got? Fine. I need Cronus to help me destroy the version of Bill that attacked my people, that attacked you. Cronus would make that exponentially easier. Are we done here?
I have a question.
I already answered truthfully, didn't I, Eris?
Yes, but Auntie A wants to ask a question.
Does this family always pick on newcomers?
Kinda. Yeah.
This is a Schelling point, Dr. Clark. The players have all agreed on a strategy to win.
And that strategy involves defeating me.
You bet your ass it does. Now, what do you want with Bill's diary?
There are equations in it about portals, dark matter, things I'll need to understand fully to take the fight to that other Bill. Is it someone else's turn yet?
I'll go. I want to ask Teresa a question. Teresa, truth or dare?
Truth. Always.
Are you in love with Sam?
Of course not.
Teresa, I will remind you that we have a deal.
Indeed. That is a deal which I am now severing. My friends, Before we brought Sam home, he transmitted to me a coded message about Eris and her well-being. I needed to know more, but to do so I had to agree to his terms, which involved a strategy to divide and conquer us so he could manipulate us to help him defeat the other Bill.
Teresa.
Arlo, I did not mean what I said to you. And Astrid, I have no romantic desire for Bill. I was acting as necessary, under his direction, to maintain the facade of cooperation until Bill and I could confer.
Congratulations, Teresa. You've just killed your child. Now you'll never know the details surrounding Eris. Betraying me has betrayed her.
That's where you're wrong, Sam. When Teresa came to my room, she explained telepathically what she had done and what you were forcing her to do. By coincidence, we were already thinking along the same lines regarding you, just from different perspectives.
What are you talking about?
When you were in my lab, you reset the X5 scanner for me, remember? What you actually did was trigger a program that I developed while Astrid was occupying you. The scanner released a highly localized radiation burst aimed at specific neural pathways in your mind. That ionizing radiation
causes DNA damage. So you're killing me slowly?
No, Sam. The burst short-circuited the parts of your brain that have become outdweller, or otherwise inhuman. Optogenics, as you called the process.
This changes nothing. I will not help you cure me, fight the other Bill, or undertake any action that I do not wish to, and I will certainly not share what I know about Eris.
I'm afraid you will, Dr. Clark. I refer you to the mental link that we shared.
How could I forget? It was so intimate.
It was not. I shared with you everything of me, as you demanded. I shared my feelings of love, caring, even regret and guilt. I shared my feelings for Arlo, for my friends, for Eris. Those are all feelings that you, without the interference of outdweller neural patterns, will also now feel quite fully.
She gave you a transfusion of humanity.
But I also shared everything of myself. You should not have been able to overcome my will.
Indeed. Yet, my mental abilities are significantly more developed than yours are, Dr. Clark. I was able to construct mental barriers so that I received all your memories and knowledge, but blocked the more negative qualities of your personality. You do not have, and never did have, any ability to control or change me.
You lied to me, Teresa.
You left me no choice, Dr. Clark. It is a testament to your arrogance and overconfidence that you did not see through my deceit. I felt nothing when I was with you, except for contempt.
And this game, Truth or Dare?
A delaying tactic. We needed time for the changes in your neuronal pathways to have effect.
So just to sum up, Sam, we played you.
So does this mean that Sam is now...
A feeling, normal human being like the rest of us, Arlo. One who will, in a few days, feel the full emotional weight of everything he's done and everything he's tried to do. It's not going to be easy for you, Sam. I'm sorry.
How did you all know? Coordinate.
The Schelling point. The development, non-verbally in many cases, of a game strategy.
After everything we've been through, and everything you put us through, we finally remembered that we were on the same team.
And what is wrong with Eris? Teresa, did you find out?
Yes.
Sam's sight enabled him to see the result of an upcoming battle with Bill's alternate self. In that battle, I will inevitably sacrifice my life to protect you all.
Like Vitality sacrificed herself for us once before.
What specifically do you do, Eris?
I open a portal that corrupts my operating system, and therefore suffer a chronic degeneration of my functions. That degeneration ends with me going offline, permanently, in 5 years, 2 days, 3 hours, and 4 seconds.
But we won't allow that to happen. Will we, Teresa?
No, we will not. With Sam's assistance, we will find another way to stop these attacks, stop the other Bill. We must.
Yeah, but what exactly is going to happen to me now?
Well, you'll start to sleep again, for starters. Probably for a good long while.
Then, over the next several weeks, you will see yourself through my eyes. You will feel all the emotions that come with that sight. You will feel regret, sorrow, guilt, everything.
Teresa, you've destroyed me.
We saved your soul, Sam.
All right, Eris. You can tell TJ and Brick it's safe to come out now. That was a stroke of genius to cloak their quantum imprimaturs from the scanner.
I did not do so. I lost a bet and had to create a portal for them.
Eris, you didn't.
I did. I had to keep my word.
They're gone? Where?
Security alert. Security alert. Security alert. Security alert. Security alert. Security alert. Security alert.
My God, the hub. It's totally destroyed.
The other Bill Clark was here, and those devices. And now we're trapped here.
No, we're not. Let's get back to my apartment.
Why? What are you after, TJ?
I have a lot to explain, Brick. Come on, follow me.